I'm not going to play it here, but you guys are going to be able to see it. It is absolutely hilarious. This right here is Ryan Moody talking to himself about. What is up, everybody? It is Jake back with the MF Film Room. Thank you so much for being here. If you want to be up to date on all things EA College Football, hit that red subscribe button, hit the like button, and follow me on Twitter and Instagram. If you like college football content, go subscribe to my other channel, Master Football with Jake Posey. Link is in the description. But enough about all that EA College Football content. Let's go. Well, I originally was going to talk about the presentation deep dive that we had that dropped just yesterday. Again, I'm filming this ahead of time, so this is happening for me today. I know we've got the Dynasty deep dive that's going to happen today, this morning at about 9 in the morning Mountain Standard Time, 8:55, I want to say something like that. But at the same time, all of that happened, but there's something that really stole my attention. We're going to get into what that deep dive is and touch on it a little bit. I'll make sure I include the link here, but we're going to talk about something that, it involves Bordeaux crashing out. I got to check this out. So here we go. We've got ourselves our deep dive here. And again, I'm not going to go through all that because nothing's lame than somebody who's like, let's read every single word and pretend like it's your own. It's like when somebody gives a PowerPoint presentation and they just read off the slides. It's absolutely terrible. I'm going to include this here. Looks like they made a couple different things, more specific stuff. They got the general idea with EA College Football 25, 26. There's drones, there's more lights, the dynamic lighting. It doesn't necessarily have dynamic weather. That was actually something that Bordeaux brought up that he was a little upset about. But again, I'm going to include this here. But we're going to talk about Bordeaux because this video took me by surprise. Now, I cannot believe that I'm talking about drama in the EA College Football, let's just say influencer sphere. But Bordeaux, by the way, actually that's a sick name, by the way. So it's Bordeaux, and then Bordeaux, it's kind of like his second channel where he talks about other, a couple other different things here. But he's got this video where he says, the weirdest football YouTuber. And what the video is about a back and forth between Bordeaux and everybody who knows him as Ryan Moody in the sports video game world. So Ryan Moody, Bordeaux were going back and forth in terms of like Ryan Moody was being critical of the game, shocking. Bordeaux was like, "Why are you being critical of the game? What's like you're critical of it? No matter what they do, you're always going to be critical of the game." They've had this back and forth. Now I'll tell you why this gets even weirder from here. Again, this is just the standard issue situation. Somebody likes the game, somebody doesn't. They go back and forth. The people who don't like the game say that the people who like the game are shills. The people who don't or like the game tell the people who don't like the game are being needlessly negative. We've all seen it before. But there's a couple twists and turns in this video here that we've got to address because it just gets weird. So coming over here to Ryan Moody, and as you see, one thing about Ryan Moody, and this is going to be coming into, fruition later in this video here, is the fact that Homeboy thrives on negativity. I know I'm going to be shocking when I say something like that, but the cool thing about this is you can actually tell this right here. So first of all, Bordeaux revealed his age because he's like, this guy's been making videos since I was 6 years old. If you go to oldest here, his oldest videos are 16 years old. Madden hit coverage, literally his first video is Madden 2009 coverage issues needs resolved in 2010. So again, he's been making videos for some time. I've been making videos for a couple years here, not nearly as many as this. He's making videos way longer than this. But you see the fact that Homeboy, I will say, his brand has been consistent throughout the years. Ryan Moody is at best a critic and a strong one of that. And especially, I will tell you one thing, to give credit to Ryan Moody here. It has been extremely easy, especially through the new generations and especially through EA and all of the fact that people have had so much dissatisfaction with their products that they've released. Ryan Moody's been having a field day with content these last couple of years. Now, again, that doesn't mean that 16 years ago he wasn't already doing this. See, look at this here. So, situational awareness, misconceptions, situational awareness, inside run to compare all pro football must be fixed in 2010. So, Homeboy has been consistent. He has been critical of basically every single video game, football video game, for 16 years ago up until now. Homeboy's been doing it. Now he's got 98,000 subscribers. You think that somebody's been doing it for 16 years? I mean, he's got good content in some ways. You can definitely tell that he can just pump out video after video after video. But whether or not 5,000 videos, I mean, Homeboy is certainly known as a strong critic of EA College Football. Now, that video from Bordeaux earlier, the weirdest football YouTuber, that video that you had, it took you down you got a little off-road here. So on-road is talking about the games, talking about his channel, talking about the other channel, how they compare. You're a shill, EA's paying you, you're being negative, you're just doing this for clout, whatever the conversation, that's kind of the general gist of the argument here. However, this is where it gets weird. Okay, so I did not know this, and unfortunately now this stuff's gonna pop on my timeline, which is gonna absolutely screw me. But checking this out, Bordeaux basically said, "Hey, homeboy's been making shock content, hate content for a while. He's actually got a different channel here where he talks about, and this is so crazy to talk about. It's talking about Gorlic bread. That's Gorltube, and I believe the Gorltube is what it is. But Gorltube is essentially, first of all, it's a terrible name for what they're trying to do here. Gorltube is a channel and a group of content creators talking about their weight loss journeys and their clout that they get from that. So this Gorlic bread here, this channel is a channel made to react to the channels that are talking about losing weight and basically hate watching on these channels. Now, I'm telling you right now, this is absolutely shocking here. So if we look at this right here, so we've got this one right here was 9 hours ago. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there's 11 videos in the last 7 days. Now these are like 3-minute videos, 9-minute videos, 9-minute videos, 4-minute videos, 5-minute videos. They're not too long here, but you can tell that homeboy pumps out content, Mr. Ryan Moody. This is crazy. If you listen to it, it's the exact same voice. It's him. But he pumps out this content, reacting to this, and essentially what's going on here, if I had to break down in the best light for Ryan Moody's channel here, the best light is that there's people out there who are losing weight. They do a lot of things that are clout chasing, and he basically calls them on it with his channel. People hate watch this. It's just, that is what's going on here. Is so much so that there's also a couple other things that came out that, again, get really, really, really weird. All right, so Bordeaux said he didn't even really want to go here, but somebody actually commented on Twitter, and they basically said, okay, I have actual insight into this situation. So it wasn't about BBWs. It's specifically these two insanely problematic chicks on YouTube. So again, the best case scenario for this situation is these people have these problematic videos where they try and cloud chase. They do a bunch of things here, and he basically calls them on it. They're extremely overweight, and they make stupid money because people hate watch them and make reaction videos on them. He made a burner account to react to them, and I'm guessing that's what Gorlic bread is there. It says at the same time was involved in the community talking with other reaction channels, mostly women. Multiple have come out saying they were in a relationship with him when he was talking with the other women. None of them which knew about the Madden channel, the latest, I'm guessing Madden channel means just the college football channel, is that he has another account of a chick he was pretending to date himself and tweeting about how much they blank or whatever, and then went out on his reaction channel, or reaction YouTube, saying that he was catfished when people figured out the chick's account was using fake pics from a corn site. So I know you come to my channel for hard-hitting college football content, but I wanted to use this as an opportunity to present my case here that this whole situation, I'm calling this Gorlicgate. I'm calling it Gorlicgate because Bordeaux, he makes a certain type of channel. I'm not a super big Bordeaux fan. Again, what he does, I'm going to rebuild this team, and he kind of goes down his thing. He's pretty popular with the people he's popular with. Wish him all the best. I don't see anything super negative from him. At best, it's just kind of it's more of a milquetoast channel. Ryan Moody, though, unfortunately, there's these Moodyites that are out there that absolutely love to hate watch anything related to EA College Football and Madden. Now, to be fair, Madden has done nothing to earn the credit of the fans out there. I would bet, though, there's at one point here where there's one point that Ryan Moody made about EA College Football 25, where Bordeaux said the game was being played about 500 hours of game time so far. And Ryan Moody said, 500 hours? Are we sure that's even really that much? Essentially, it's not exactly what he said, but it's kind of like, he's kind of like, are you sure that you're even really that much? That's 500 hours of gameplay. That's 90 minutes a day, per what Ryan Moody said, every day for 45 weeks in a row. That is so much gameplay. People absolutely love EA College Football 25. Are there things to fix? Absolutely. I made a video just a couple of the days ago about the things that I wanted them to fix. I didn't like the fact that they didn't have the ability for like a slow mesh to adjust the offensive lineman going downfield. I want the RPOs. I want there to be almost like a conservative where they don't get as many punishing blocks, but they don't go downfield, or aggressive where they will get more punishing blocks, but they might have an illegal man downfield. on a RPO play. Again, I would like to see something like that. Also, I'm not sure about what they're going to do with like the height and the weight. Will play users be able to go in and just adjust all the height and weight of their players? Recruit a quarterback who's 5'10", but he's punished for being 5'10", and then you make him 6'8". Oh, I don't know how it's going to come into fruition. I'm not sure. It's got me a little bit worried here. I think those are negatives about the game coming out. But overall, I played the game at least 500 hours. The game is one of my favorite games of all time, even more so than NCAA Football 2014, to the point to where I can't play NCAA Football 2014 anymore. I can't. It's too much of an old game. The new features are so much better. I like the new game way more in every single way. It was trying to make me think of something, because for the longest time, Ryan Moody had been kind of popped up. People who are Moodyites kind of really believe in what he has to say. They stand by him. Oh, he's been right for X amount of years. He's been doing this. However, based on what we see here, Homeboy's got negative reaction channels. He was doing it for 16 years. All of his videos are basically negative. He's got alternative channels where he basically talks trash on other people, and he creates rage bait content. And I was trying to think of a comparison of who's somebody who's really popular who creates rage bait content, and I've got his comparison in the video game football world, and that's Skip Bayless. You know him, you love him, you actually probably hate him. It's Skip Bayless. Everybody's favorite guy here. This guy right here, I don't want to say it, but like the fact that he has dedicated his life to being the most insufferable person in sports media. I'll tell you what, he's the bad guy. He's the negative. He's the heel in wrestling terminology here. But I think Ryan Moody has settled himself into that. Now, the problem here is that Skip Bayless, although still big, getting surpassed by, obviously, not as big as Colin Cowherd. He's not as big as, I think, Shannon Sharp going off and doing his thing. He's not going to be as big as him either. He's probably going to be bigger than Joy Taylor. No offense, Joy Taylor. But you looking at it here, there is a room for being the heel, the negative, the negative person in the situation. But the more and more I see more of Ryan Moody's content, and the fact that he has this Gorlic tube this channel, it's nothing but weird. Even Ryan Moody, or even Bordeaux kind of crashed out and said he's effing weird. It is what it is. I will say one thing, though. He got a little upset. He got me upset, though, because Bordeaux said he was talking about Ryan Moody being 40. Hey, first of all, I'm pushing. I'm not 40. I'm like creeping towards there. First of all, I'm going to be making videos about this game, about EA College Football, as long as it's good. Again, it might not be good, but as long as it's going to be continuing to make videos about this game until I'm in like 50. I don't even care. I'll be trash talking at 50, trash talking 12-year-olds. I do not care. Okay, like maybe we'll see what happens in the future. Can't predict that far down the road. But anyways, Skip Bayless, Ryan Moody is the Skip Bayless of video game football, and it just rage bait just has its thing. People like it out there. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to include this here because after I saw this whole situation, it reminded me of Ryan Moody. I'm not going to play it here, but you guys are going to be able to see it. It is absolutely hilarious. This right here is Ryan Moody talking to himself about Madden and EA College Football, just trying to one-up each other. It's amazing to see. So again, I can't believe I'm making a video about this. I wanted to talk about the presentation deep dive, but again, I'll leave it over there. I'm not a super big presentation guy. I think that they did a pretty good job with it. I'm really looking forward to the Dynasty deep dive that comes out later this morning. But beyond that, guys, I did not know that there was going to be this much drama in the college, in the video game football world, but that's where we are. I'm not going to play it here, but you guys are going to be able to see it. It is absolutely hilarious. This right here is Ryan Moody talking to himself about that was crazy. First of all, the rage baiting, Bordeaux absolutely crashing out, the fact that Homeboy was pretending like he had a manti-tail girlfriend situation. It's so weird. You guys get in the comments and let me know what you guys think. Again, I tentatively, I think I stand with Bordeaux. I'm not a super big fan of his content, but I had a sneaking suspicion about Ryan Moody just being a little different, and I'm getting more and more evidence every day that, Homeboy's weird. All right, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for being here. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff. I really appreciate it. That's it for me, guys. I'll see you guys later. I am out.